Hi, this is Brianna Bergen, and this is my sociology self-reflection video. I chose to use the Screen-O-Matic screen recorder because for my new job, I'm going to have to be learning a lot more tricks with it. For now, this is kind of just me trying to figure out the basics. Eventually, it is going to have to be way more interactive, but I thought that this would be a good place for me to practice. So that's why I chose that as my method. Let's get into it. So I have week one pulled up. The main thing that we had was the week one project, and I thought this was really interesting. I actually thought this class was going to be easier than it was for me, mostly because I am really fascinated with the brain. I think, though, in the cognitive behavioral therapy psychology practices were a little bit different than the sociology practices. So that was actually really cool to learn. It was nice to start challenging my brain in learning different ways of thinking. But here I pulled up this article, which I really liked. I really have been wanting to learn more about color, and actually looking at this diagram here, it shows more than just the primary colors, which kind of made me a little bit interested in how to really start shaping my websites and other things that I'm going to be making and using, and not just using the primary colors and variations of them, but like really purposely muting them with grays, whites, or blacks, and getting different shades and hues and things like that involved, and what those really mean as far as like a psychology standpoint goes. So I definitely want to look more into this wheel of emotions here and study that for my future. I really liked learning about the three different brain types. I think that it made a lot of sense. I didn't realize how much of marketing was primal. I knew that most of it was emotional, and I know that's still uh, one of the most effective tools, but also I'd never really thought about the primal brain and how that works, and especially how that is related to neuromarketing and things like that. It's so crazy to me that you can do tests to see which part of the brain lights up depending on different tactics being used. So this beginning sentence where it says neuromarketing might just blow your mind. It really did. So I actually want to learn more about this, and not just in marketing, but just in everyday life, I guess. What is it that causes me to want uh, to have something specific, or what is this craving? And I don't know. I think that neuromarketing, just like those same techniques, can be used for a lot of different things. Although I did also realize that there's a lot more marketing than I had anticipated that goes along into my everyday life, and that, you know, entails even of which uh, kind of salad am I going to eat, what kind of uh, cereal am I going to get from the grocery store, and if they're the exact same thing, which one am I going to choose? If they're the exact same product, how am I going to choose which one to buy? Um, which I really liked thinking about that, and I'm going to start paying a lot more attention to that in the future. For week two, I didn't do so well on the quiz this week. I could have probably studied more. I kind of struggled with this quiz in particular. I think I didn't really understand the questions properly, and that's because I didn't do too thorough of a job. So I think I definitely could have done better on the content quiz. On the week two project, I did okay. Why was Oh, right. So for the week 2 project, we did um, I redid the website. That's right, for the floral place. I think I did a pretty good job. I did hit a lot of things. I didn't do too much outside research, which definitely lost me some points. And then I also didn't include too much of the motivational theories in my project. But other than that, I did spend quite a bit of time trying to figure out what was best, and I think I made the website look a lot better, and hopefully my client would have been happy with it, and it would have brought along more business. Um, Also, for week 2, we learned the 6 principles of persuasion, which I thought were like so cool. And I actually know someone who is in the entertainment industry and does a lot of uh, things for making music videos and films commercials. Um, he's a director, and he actually told me that he hadn't heard of these. So I'm really glad that I have access to this. I think this can get me really far in a lot of different things that I do, creatively in media and in art and everything else. So I'm super glad that I have these. It is actually really easy to understand when they're laid out, just like, the neuromarketing technique says, where it's like you have the number 6. Not only does bring people to want to click on whatever it is because it makes it easier, it actually is easier to understand, in my opinion. But who knows? That could just be another marketing technique that I am missing. So I do want to look more into this, though. This whole podcast I'm really interested in listening to, so I haven't gotten a chance to get to it, but it is on my list of things to listen to, and I try to listen to something new every day. So hopefully this building habit forming products is going to be something that I like to read, and then also getting into the podcast would be cool too. And then last we have week 3. I forgot to respond to this by the 20th, so I kind of messed up. I lost some participation points there, which I understand. I also did need an extra day for the video and open discussion, but overall, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm happy with the way my project ended up. Um, I have a video for the media campaign. I think I did a lot of outside research for this one. I did everything I was supposed to. It was a really good learning experience. Overall, the discussion, I also did learn a lot. I was a day late on my response to this because I didn't read the directions properly. Um, So I think overall I did do really good. There are a lot of doors that this opened up for me and things that I want to learn more about. I do think that I could have been a little bit more on top of my game this month. I felt very distracted, and I don't think I was able to give my full attention to all of my assignments, which is unfortunate. So if I were to really review myself, I would definitely maybe not have full participation points. Uh, and other than that, though, I did do a fairly reasonable good job. It wasn't my best month, that's for sure, but it is getting closer to the end, and I think that this class did show me that I need to maybe sit, meditate, analyze, and start fresh next month and really be able to get my head in the game and keep my head in the game. But I did really love this class, and I appreciate all of the feedback that I got was all very helpful, and I enjoyed having meaningful discussions with my classmates. So, thank you.